everybody, this is Praxis and I'm here on site today doing more boarding up of walls and things. This one here behind the toilet, which is also new today. The plumbers came earlier today. We did PPE, well I did PPE and River was segregated up in a room with all the windows open in the entire house. He was doing PPE when he came through. Plumbers were not, but you know, we're not sharing touch surfaces, and you know, with the house being open, we feel comfortable with that. But anyway, they were working today. I have this wall ready to go because there were some of these, and I'm not going to demonstrate because I don't want to go out and wash my hands again, but some of these pipes coming through the wall, they were a little bit wiggly. I think I mentioned that in a past video. They got them kind of tightened up, although I noticed that they never tightened up the one for the toilet there. It's you kind of grab it and it can kind of slide in and out of the wall. I'm not super psyched about that. Maybe I can ask them about that. The big news was that I found out that the person that I hired to do this did not forget to tie the gray water in. They just can't legally do it by code the way that they agreed to do when I hired them. I said I wanted the laundry, the bathroom sink, and the tub to all join together before they go to the black water. They said, yep, that sounds great. And then later on, we've got the two lines instead of them joining together. When I talked to them, they said something like I said yesterday about like, well, it wasn't in the contract and they didn't seem to have any memory of it. But when I talked to the actual person that came here on site, they said, oh, well, yes, we tied as much as we could together, but the laundry in this area, the laundry needs to feed directly into like the stack, the central stack, which is behind this wall. So it couldn't, by code, join them right there, even though there's no real reason to not be able to do that. Just the code says that that's the way they have to do it, and that's the way they have to do it. So they did actually get me as close as they were able to legally get me. I wish that when I talked to the person about it, they'd said that instead of, I don't remember that conversation, it wasn't in the contract, which just made me think that they were jerking me around. Well, not that they were jerking me around. I felt jerked around. I thought it just made me lose respect for their memory, at the very least. Because that was the entire reason why I hired them, is to do that. You know, if when I talked to them they said you can't completely do that, you know, information is great if people can just tell you the way it really is. So anyway, it is as far as it can be. Later on, once we get the place inspected, we can join things however we want. I asked the plumbers if there was any kind of a safety concern. They said absolutely not, it's just that's the way the code is. And I would tend to trust them because, you know, everything's still going to vent properly and everything. It's just the code's written in a certain way, not thinking about people wanting to be creative, and there's no space for creativity in there. So that's where things are now. They're going to come back tomorrow, finish up the last of the plumbing. They're going to be leaving sinks and things like that, just like this. I'm going to be installing the sinks myself, getting them hung on the wall and attaching the braided cables to them, the braided, you know, hoses. But yeah, it's coming together, and yeah, I'm starting to run out of things to pick at until we really get electrical wires running through these walls. I've been just boarding things up from the bottom up, and I've gone pretty much as far as I can before we have to really get some wire in here, finish the place up, get it rough inspected for electrical, and then I can finish all the wall boards. That's it. Thanks for watching.